Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of the Unstoppable Denominators Wrestling Results here on this channel. Lashley. So we have in-ring segment Bobby Lashley and MVP. Lashley says he showed everyone what happens when you disrespect him. MVP says Lashley is like Candyman, but you don't have to say his name like 3 times for him to show up. And when he does, something bad is going to happen. People like Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins whine and complain to get a title shot. Lashley doesn't. Lashley makes statements. MVP demands Lashley to be added to the WWE Championship match at day 1. Owens interrupts. Owens says he hasn't paid attention to anything Lashley has done in 2 years. So how was he disrespectful to Lashley? As much as Owens hates Rollins, at least he earned his title shot just like Owens did. Owens has to win the WWE Championship because the WWE Universe needs a champion they can be proud of. Rollins' music hits and he saunters down the ramp. Rollins admires Lashley's suit game and totally despises Owens, but he agrees with Owens. Lashley shouldn't be in this title match at day 1. Lashley tells them both that if they don't like it, they can come down and do something about it. Lashley tells Rollins to work with him because Lashley can't take the both of them. Rollins agrees. Owens and Rollins argue about who is going to go down to the ring first. Big E walks out on the stage and says hello to his favorite collection of idiots. Big E walks out on the stage and... that's already said. Big E says he beat Bobby Lashley once and he can do it again. Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville walk out on the stage. They announce that Lashley will be added to the match if he can beat Rollins, Owens, and Big E in no particular order tonight. Backstage, Rollins, Owens, and Big E are with Deville and Pearce. Pearce tells Owens he's up first, and despite their protest, this is happening. Big E says no matter if this is a triple threat or a fatal 4-way, he will still be the WWE champion. Backstage, Otis tosses Riddle. So we have Riddle with Orton versus Otis and with Chad Gable. Otis tosses Riddle all over the ring before launching him to the outside area. Riddle... Oh my god, sorry. Don't mind me yawning, guys. Riddle surprises Otis with a running knee. Riddle tries a dive, but Otis catches him. Otis drives Riddle's back into the timekeeper area. After the break, Riddle fires up and lands 2 running knee strikes. Riddle lands a dive. Riddle calls for the RKO. Otis. They spell Otis completely right for the past freaking few minutes. Now they're calling him Otis. Otis counters and hits a pop-up power slam for the win. Your winner, Otis. After the match, Orton hits the ring and tries to RKO Otis. Otis pushes Orton away. Orton RKO's Gable instead. Otis floors Orton with a back elbow. So we have next Bianca Belair versus Doudrop. Belair runs circles around Doudrop. Balor mocks Doudrop after a leapfrog. Drop kick by Balor. Balor tries to slam Doudrop, but she can't get her off the mat. Doudrop responds with an empathetic slam before crushing Balor against the turnbuckle. Doudrop tries a power bomb, but Balor sends her flying with a Rana. Balor tries her patent handspring attack, but Doudrop catches her feet on the ropes. Doudrop cranks on Balor's leg while they are tied up in the ropes. Balor falls to the mat after a stiff kick to the face by Doudrop. After the break, Balor fires up, but Doudrop stops her with a Machiko driver. Balor kicks out. Doudrop dropped Balor with a backdrop driver. Balor kicks out. Doudrop drags Balor into the corner for a bonsai splash. Balor gets to her feet and power bombs Doudrop off the top. Balor hits a 450 splash for the win. Your winner, Bianca Belair. After the match, Doudrop teleports and somehow ends up behind Belair. Doudrop clubs Belair from behind. Next page. Gable Stevenson is in the crowd. Kevin Owens glares at him in the crowd and scoffs Lashley and MVP dabs Stevenson up before getting in the ring. Kevin Owens versus Bobby Lashley with MVP. Lashley suplexes Owens. Lashley charges in, but Owens sidesteps. Lashley misses a cannonball. No, Owens misses a cannonball off the apron. Lashley runs over Owens outside the ring. Lashley sends Owens back in the ring. As Lashley is getting back in the ring, Owens super kicks him. Tornado DDT by Owens. Lashley kicks out. Lashley responds with a neckbreaker. Somehow Lashley hits the C4 on Owens. Lashley goes to put Owens in the hurt lock. Before Lashley can lock his hands, Owens taps out. Backstage, we have Rollins is livid. Your winner, Bobby Lashley. In-ring segment, we have Bobby Lashley. Or Becky Lynch, sorry. Lynch brags about her victory over Liv Morgan last week. If Morgan managed to beat her, the crowd would turn on Morgan, just like they did to her. Lynch says everyone in WWE Universe has an opinion, even though they have no idea what it's like to be her. Morgan interrupts. Morgan says Lynch doubted her, and that's why she almost lost last week. She knows that she can beat Becky Lynch, and just like that, just like the little girl from last week, she believes it. Morgan challenges Lynch to a rematch. Lynch says Morgan isn't ready and she doesn't have the killer instinct. Morgan hits the ring and attacks Lynch. Lynch sends Morgan into the ring steps before trapping Morgan's arm between the ring post and the ring steps. Lynch stomps on the steps into Morgan's arm over and over again. As Morgan screams in pain, Lynch accepts Morgan's match and says she's going home. Lynch tells Morgan she should probably put some ice on that. Next we have Finn Balor and Damian Priest versus the Dirty Dogs. Rude works over Priest. Rude knocks Balor off the apron. Priest floors Rude with a spin kick. Ziggler hits the ring and gets tossed. Priest dumps both Dirty Dogs out of the ring. Priest leaps off the ring steps, and lands on Rude and Ziggler. After a distraction from Austin Theory, Ziggler lands the zigzag for the win. Your winners are the Dirty Dogs. After the match, Theory takes a selfie with Balor before being run off by Damian Priest. On to the next. We have Rhea Ripley with Nikki ASH versus Zelina Vega with Carmella. After a distraction, Vega rolls up Ripley for the win. Your winner, Zelina Vega. Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley with MVP. Lashley tries to drive Rollins into the ring post, but Rollins escapes. Rollins pushes Lashley into the ring post. Big E is backstage taking notes. Before Rollins can take advantage, Lashley clotheslines Rollins. Owens walks to ringside and decks Rollins. Owens stomps Rollins and the referee rings the bell. Since Owens attacks Rollins, Lashley gets disqualified. Your winner, Seth Rollins. Owens smiles. Rollins starts to celebrate when he realizes what happened. Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville restart the match with a no disqualification. Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley with MVP. As soon as the bell rings, Lashley spears Rollins for the win. Your winner, Bobby Lashley. Backstage, Theory bursts into Mr. McMahon's office. Mr. McMahon is with Apollo Crews and Commander Aziz. Mr. McMahon asks them to give him a minute. Theory is very excited about what he did to Balor. Mr. McMahon tells Theory that he isn't impressed. Mr. McMahon pulls out a pencil with an eraser for some reason. On to the next. So we have Miz TV has returned. Maurice is hosting the show tonight. Her guest tonight is The Miz. Miz says he has an exclusive announcement. Miz throws to a video package announcing that he is being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2022. Maurice and Miz are both crying. Miz and Maurice toast in the middle of the ring. Edge interrupts. Edge says if Miz would just shut up, he would get the things he thinks he deserves. At day one, he's going to knock that stupid look off of Miz's face. Miz tosses the champagne in Edge's face. Edge DDTs Miz. Edge calls for a spear. Miz pulls Maurice in the way. Edge stops and Miz kicks him in the face. Skull-crushing finale by The Miz. Maurice is upset. Miz tries to calm her down. Maurice slaps Miz and walks away. Oof. You're gonna be sleeping on the freaking couch there, Miz. Backstage, we have Seth Rollins and Owens wish Big E good luck. Big E tells them, both of them, to stay the hell away from the ring tonight. He doesn't need their help. So, no disqualification match. Big E versus Bobby Lashley with MVP. Big E runs over Lashley and tries to set up a table. Lashley lands a lariat. Big E responds with a series of suplexes. Big E misses a splash. Lashley charges in the corner, but Big E moves out of the way. Lashley crashes into the ring post. After the break, Lashley tries to suplex Big E through a table. Big E counters with a suplex of his own. Lashley spine busters Big E through a table. After the break, Big E reverses Lashley's Irish whip, sending him into the ring steps. Big E body slams Lashley onto the ring steps. Big E sends Lashley into the ring. Lashley almost locks in the Hurt Lock. Big E escapes, but Lashley hits a spear. Rollins and Owens both run down to the ring and attack Lashley. Big E attacks Rollins and Owens, inadvertently saving Lashley. Outside the ring, Owens tries to powerbomb Big E through a table. Big E counters and arranges suplexes to Owens through the table. Lashley spears Rollins through a table. Big E calls for the big ending. MVP slides in the ring and hits Big E in the knee with his cane. Lashley spears Big E for the win. Your winner, Bobby Lashley. At day 1, it's going to be Big E will defend the WWE Championship against Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, and now Bobby Lashley. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell so that way you guys do not miss an upload here on this channel of more wrestling results. I'm unstoppable, and I'm out.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Skiz here, and if you don't subscribe to Blonde and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy ass bitch motherfucker.